Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now is Gary Russell with LiveSmart Technologies. Gary, so nice to see you once again.
Good morning, great to be here.
Yeah, and so give us kind of a background, a refresher. What is, LiveSmart all about?
Right, so at its heart, it's home automation, also called the smart home, and security cameras, and then home networking and IT. So those three things, they're all kind of cousins of one another, but you've got security mixed with home automation, and then the networking part, which you need for not only that, but just for good television and good internet and that kind of thing.
Okay, makes sense. And so connecting with your home, what are all the possibilities?
Right, so yes, I like the way you said it, the connected home and remote management. So just some of the possibilities are that you can control your locks and your lights and your thermostat temperature from anywhere you're connected to the internet. So that can be within your home, which actually has some great advantages because you can control a light switch that is nowhere near you. It can be an outside garage light or a patio light, and you don't have to walk over and turn it on. So you can just hit a button or go to your app. Locks are great because sometimes we forget to lock our door, and we can remember later, or somebody comes and we didn't leave a key. You don't need a key, just unlock it and let them in. And then the thermostat's great for just, in the dead of when it's cold or when it's hot, you can adjust the thermostat and the temperature remotely before you get home, and you save money and you save energy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all such great benefits. So tell me about health. There's a health aspect as well?
There's a health component to this as well. So there are gas sensors that can pick up not only carbon dioxide and smoke, but also natural gas and propane gas. So if you left the stove on, it can alert you, sound a chime in the house, flash the lights, and if you're not home, send a text out to you that says, hey, did you know that you've got these gas compounds going on? And this is actually one of the leading reasons that people don't live at home anymore, because they are concerned about that. And also water leaks, right? We're all concerned about a water leak that might start out as a little drip, and later on it ends up in a $25,000 or $30,000 damage.
Right.
With this, you can detect it early and stop it before it spreads.
So the water leaks, this one was fascinating to me. Well, the other ones too about the gas, because it's like, now, does this mean I don't have to have one of those carbon monoxide detectors? And those are, I'm trying to remember, are they supposed to be down low or up high?
Well, okay, so smoke detectors are required by law.
And smoke detectors are like on the ceiling, but the carbon monoxide,
it's good to place them in different areas, and a lot of these are battery powered. If you have wired ones in already, that's what the law requires. Okay. These are in addition, and they can go in different rooms, and they're battery powered as well. And so they can just be deployed anywhere and tell you where it is in the house.
Nice.
Easy.
I like it. And then the detecting the water leak. So is this like a thing that goes like underneath your sinks?
Exactly.
Okay.
They're very small, right? Like half the size of a deck of cards, right? Just really small, and they go just off the floor. Wow. And they have contacts on them that will alert you to water. So I use them at the toilets, at the shower. The water heater's another good place. The dishwasher, wherever some of the most common leaks can happen. They're not expensive, and they integrate into the system to, again, alert you before there's a big problem.
That's what I absolutely love about it, because you can put these detectors down there, but then if you forget to ever check them, then, how do you know? So I love the idea that it's connected, and then it alerts you.
It alerts you, so you let the intelligence be in the system, so you don't have to remember to do things.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what do you say to those people who might consider some of this technology like an intrusion on their privacy or their independence?
Yeah, we do hear this from time to time, and the way I like to think of it is you are really taking control and preserving your independence. So don't think of it as an intrusion, think of it as an aid to live more independently, and I'd like to say be smart about it, no pun intended. But you're doing things that give you more control, and you're going to have greater peace of mind, as well as save time and money, which is important to all of us. Be more eco-friendly, and you're not. It's not an intrusion if you don't let it be. It really isn't. It's really putting you more in control and doing things that help you stay in that home longer, which most of us want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And so, do you have a philosophy, start small and add on later? So for those of us who are maybe just new to it or not really sure about it all, you know, is this what you tell those people?
Absolutely. I love to get folks started small. I mean, you know, I love the big projects also, but it is really easy to get started with this. It's not that expensive, and we have starter packages that like really let you step into it easy. Affordably, and also it then lets you get familiar with the system as well, and so you can sort of play around with it a little bit and get comfortable, and then go, hey, I've decided I want a few more light switches, I want a few more sensors, gas sensors, I want something in another room. Oh, by the way, when that door is open, could you sound a chime so that I know that the slider was open, so that my grandchild who just walked out, I know that the slider was open. Give me an alert. There's almost nothing that isn't possible, right? Because most of it's done in software once you have the hardware in place. So we really encourage folks, go ahead, just get a starter system. We'll help you with that.
Yeah.
And then you can add on later and we can talk about what's possible.
Is there a recommendation, you know, like with your AC system or heater system, like, oh, you should have someone come out once a year to kind of just make sure everything's running well or that kind of thing? Well, you know, once you get set up, is there recommendations for that kind of a thing?
For our piece of it, we do offer a bit of a maintenance, but you don't need much. Mostly it's battery-powered devices. Are the batteries, you know, fully charged, and we'll come out and replace them for you as part of that service. For your HVAC system in general, I always recommend people follow their guidelines on HVAC and have their ducts clean. But this stuff is not zero maintenance, but it's very, very low.
Very low.
And it typically just keeps on working.
That's awesome. And so, oh, I know what I wanted to ask. The batteries, you were saying some of the devices have batteries. So I know like my fire alarm batteries, why do they always go off at like 2 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah.
Why can't it be at noon?
They're programmed that way, right? Just to bother you. Yeah, batteries tend to lose their life at 50%. They decline rapidly, right? So as long as they stay above that 40–50%, you're not even going to know. But most of these devices have a way of alerting you, and we will alert you through the software as well.
Awesome. And any last thoughts? Anything else we should know about?
I just want to point out that these systems are beneficial for you, and they're also for your kids. They worry about you. They want to know how you're doing. They tend to call you a lot. And if you implement some of this, they can know if the temperature's safe in the house. They can know that all the locks are locked, the garage door has been closed, and they're probably going to, you know, not call as much if they have that kind of insight. So that's up to you if you want them to have that kind of information and knowledge. But with one system, you can basically get something for them and for you. And again, we call it living smart and preserving your independence.
I love it. It's so great. Thank you so much for being here today.
Nice to be here. Thanks.
If you would like to find out more about LiveSmart Technologies, you can email Gary at gary@livesmarttech.com, or you can text or call him at 714-505-1008. Stay with us. We have this week's movie previews, announcements, and weather coming up right after this.